What's good, Paulie? Gang, 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 gang. It's your boy, KeeSeeY. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm reacting to Elvis Presley interview. I'm pretty sure this was in Houston, Texas, February 1970. So I said in one of my previous videos, it's been a while since I reacted to an interview of Elvis Presley. And all the interviews I react to were great. You know, Elvis is funny, he's charismatic, and like he's engaging. Like you can't take your eyes off of him because he always has something to say, something inspiring to say, or something funny to say. And he seemed like he was a real down to earth person. If you met him, he seemed like he was really nice, and like he it's like you could have a conversation with him. You could hold a conversation with him. He seemed like a fun guy just to hang out with as well. So I mean, like it's kind of hard to hate him. Like it really is. Like, and the thing is, like you don't even like it. Just in general, you don't want to go around just hating people unless they do something to you. You know what I mean? But like Elvis is just a likable person. That's just what I get from him. You know, he didn't really even say anything out of pocket or nothing like that to make you even want to be like, oh, he's one of those celebrities or something like that. You know what I mean? I can see why he was well loved and well received by the public for the most part of his career. But anyway, y'all, let's just jump into this video because I don't think I've seen this interview before. From the thumbnail, it looked different. I think I've only reacted to, I know I reacted to 2 interviews so far by Elvis Presley, but I'm pretty sure I reacted to 3. Now I think about it, it's either I reacted to 3 or 4. So this is my 4th or 5th interview that I'm reacting to. So let's just jump right into it. Oh, I like that. That's a cool intro right there. Now, that's really cool. I was not expecting that.
Nice, so I like it, boy. Heard Las Vegas.
What made you decide to come to Texas?
Also, I'm put the subtitles on just in case you guys can't hear, just in case. Make sure I got it turned all the way up. All right, here we go.
Nice, so I like it, boy. Heard Las Vegas.
What made you decide to come to Texas?
Well, you know, to tell you the truth, I started out here in Texas. I think the first shows that I worked was down here, man, around Houston.
Remember what
all over
locations you
Texas.
worked here in Texas?
Well, I worked Houston. I worked Corpus Christi. Every little town here, Longview, man, you name it, I've been there. You know, really, I've been all over Texas.
What do you think of Texas?
I like it. I like it.
Elvis, can you
Really
give
enjoy
us, understand, with all the big engagements like Las Vegas, etc., the reason why you selected the livestock show and rodeo this year?
Well, they asked me to do it, and I was anxious to do some live appearances. You know, it'd been a long time since I've been on stage in front of anybody live. And I was anxious to do some live appearances, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to get in front of the people.
Have you ever seen the inside of the dome before?
Never have. It scares them. It's a big place, man, you know.
He said, "Have you ever seen the inside of the building before?" Is that what he just said? I gotta rewind this. I think I missed some stuff.
The reason why you selected the livestock show and rodeo this year?
Well, they asked me to do it, and I was anxious to do some live appearances. You know, it'd been a long time since I've been on stage in front of anybody live. And I was anxious to do some live appearances, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to get in front of the people.
Have you ever seen the inside of the dome before?
Never have. It scares them.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he had said. He said, "Have you ever seen the inside of a?" I don't know if he said a building before, but that doesn't make sense because I'm pretty sure he has. But I'm pretty sure this is like when he was doing his comeback special. This was around that time because he said he hasn't done any live appearances in a long time. So this must have been a time where Elvis had took a break and then he had came back. So I'm assuming that's around this time when this interview is taking place. But yeah, let's just jump right back into it.
Big place, man, you know.
You've been known in the past as the king of rock and roll. Do you think your style has changed now from the days that you were king, or do you consider that still your style?
Well, I think the overall thing has improved. The overall sound's improved, I mean. But I think It's according to the songs, you know. It's just according to the songs.
Is your stage presentation still the same way it was, or have you improved on that?
Well, I just do whatever I feel on stage, you know. As I
Yeah.
always did that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that, I kind of like how he answered that. That was like an honest answer because I feel like that's how he is when he performs. Like he just, like he, of course, like his he rehearses. You know, I've seen a lot of his rehearsals, but even in his rehearsals, it look like Elvis just being Elvis. He's practicing the song that he's going to sing. When it comes to his dancing, what he's going to do, it doesn't seem like he actually choreographs or nothing like that. It seems like he makes it up on the spot as he goes. But his endings are always right. You know what I mean? And his band looks at him to see when he's going to end the song and stuff like that. But other than that, it seems like you said, he does whatever comes natural as it. Well, yeah, basically whatever comes natural to him when he performs, which is what I enjoy the most about a performer. You know, even though some of them like choreograph stuff, but like the ones that just like sometimes you just make it up as you go. Sometimes it could pay off down the road, and you might be one of the best performers out there because you're doing something different every single time instead of doing the same old choreographed dance. You're switching it up, you're switching your style up, so your fans don't know what's going to happen next, and that's what I love.
Hope to. Well, I like to make better films than the kind I made before. Well, better than the ones I made before. Excuse me, I can't take this fresh air, man. I used to back the garbage can at the International Hotel, man. If I can't smell some garbage, I don't feel at home, man, I'll tell you.
Do you have any films in the making right now, or any plans?
No, there's nothing in, as far as I know of, is there, Colonel? Anything in the workings?
I can't commit myself.
An 8mm Walt Disney special we're doing next year, I think. I don't know.
The Colonel said I can't commit myself. What?
There's nothing as far as I know. No.
When you look at your opportunity to go and try to fill up the Astrodome,
Well, it'll be the type of stuff that I do. It's a mixture of things, you know. It's a little rock and a little country western flavor.
the same way you do the National Hotel.
Yeah, it's the same type of thing. A lot of different type of songs. So I just hope I can put on a good show, man.
What happened to the Jordan Mayer?
I can't get them out of Nashville, man. They got stuck in Nashville, and you know, they make so much money, and they do so well in Nashville, you can't get them out of there. You know.
Do you have any thoughts about the rising interest in country music?
I think it's fantastic. You see, country music was always a part of the influence on my type of music anyway. It's a combination of country music and gospel.
Yeah.
And rhythm and blues all combined is what it really was. As a child, I was influenced by all of that.
Do you consider
That's
yourself-
so true now that I think about it, because like when you look at his songs, it's like all those different styles combined to one. And then sometimes when he sings like different songs, that's why I said he's like a different. Like the first time I reacted to Elvis, I was just like, this is Elvis, because like most of his songs are different. Like he doesn't keep the same style. He changes up his voice sometimes, and it actually sounds good. And like that's probably one of the most realest things I've heard him say about his own stuff. The thing I like so far about this interview is honestly the questions that they're asking are pretty good. Like they're kind of, I don't know if I would say they're questioning him, but like it's like questions that I guess like his fans would want to know. Like, what do you consider? What do you think about yourself as the king of pop? You know what I mean? Like I've never heard him. Not the king. I said the king of pop. I said the king of pop, the king of rock, you know? And I've never heard Elvis answer that question before. And he was honest when he answered that one. And then he also asked about his musical influence and, you know, where did that come from? No, he asked about country music. And then Elvis responded with, like, country music influenced him, gospel, jazz, blues, you know, all of that stuff. That's the genre that he's in. And it's just incredible to look at. And it's crazy because he didn't really even say much about rock music. And, like, he's the king of rock. So it's like, he's just like, look, all that came together, and then that's what formed into rock.
Basically a country music singer?
I would hate to say strictly country because of the fact that I liked all different types of music when I was a child. You know, of course, the Grand Ole Opry was the first thing I ever heard, probably. But I liked blues, and I liked the gospel music, gospel quartets and all that.
Did you ever pull out any of those old records from the Sun label and listen to them at all?
They sound funny, boy. They got a lot of echo on them, man, I'll tell you. But that's what I mean. I think the overall sound has improved today, you know.
Well, do you think there's more gimmicks today than there was, say, 15 years ago?
There's probably more gimmicks, but I think that the engineers have improved, and I think that the techniques have improved, the overall recording.
Consideration, a further reevaluation of your career to get you back in front of live audiences again? In other words, you were available to the public only in films.
Yeah.
For a long period of time.
Well, I think the most important thing is the inspiration that I got from a live audience. I was missing that. I didn't.
Was it rough at the International? Was it a little bit of a strain on you after not being out front of
It was always tough, but I enjoyed it. I enjoy it. Like I know I'm going to enjoy it here because it's live audience and it makes a world of difference.
Let me ask you one thing. What's your father up to?
He's around here somewhere. Ask him. I don't know. Daddy, what are you up to?
Miss Presley?
Elvis, there's evidence of start.
Elvis's father, Mr. Vernon Presley.
Could you come right in and sit down?
Vernon, don't sign nothing unless I
They must know each other. He said, I ain't signing nothing. Oh, man.
It's just fresh air, man.
Elvis, there's quite an evidence of sartorial splendor. Does this indicate that the
What? What?
the attire is not one that we are familiar with seeing?
It was taken from a karate suit, just a regular karate type outfit. Are they coming to get me? Is that it?
I mean, does this indicate that with your type dress and everything now that you're changing a little bit of style, perhaps in deference to what you did a few years ago?
I don't know. I think that you'd have to see the show. You know, it's difficult to tell. I don't feel any different. You know. I don't think the dress has that much to do with it. I got the idea from a karate suit because I studied karate for a long time, and I had to make up a couple of suits like it.
What do you do for relaxation? You said you study
Karate.
Yeah, that's what.
If you can relax doing this, I don't know. No, I read a lot and go horseback riding and stuff like that.
Do you still live principally in
Memphis. About half the time. Yeah, half the time. Half the time in L.A.
In the show you have planned for the Dome, you plan any of the old songs, some of the first ones?
I'd like to, you know,
Any special ones?
try to a couple of them, just if they work.
How big is your band with you, Elvis?
I got
Elvis, it's good to see you. I got glad to have you down.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you again. Elvis, let me pin this on. This is your official badge. And we got another one. Didn't want to put your name on. Not that people didn't know who you were, but we were afraid that people were trying to take it off for a souvenir. We won't pin that on you. Mr. Presley, it's a real pleasure to have you down here with your son, too.
Thank you.
We think we're going to set all kinds of records down here.
I hope so. I hope I can give them a good show. That's the most important thing.
You will. No question about that. Sure will.
If I can give them a good show, then I feel like I've done something.
You will.
What's the biggest live crowd you've ever performed for?
If I'm not mistaken, it was in Vancouver, Canada, wasn't it, Colonel?
Cotton Bowl.
In the Cotton Bowl in Dallas. It was about, 25,000, I guess, something like that.
Is Mr. Gracie
I think.
They're great.
Very great.
It's one of the men that started our livestock show. One of the greatest.
Mr.
Chris Caramanis, who was kind
sure.
enough
How do you do, sir? Nice to see you.
This is Mr. Presley's son, Bear Gracie.
I think he deserves any recognition.
Poverty.
Well, I think so, if it's the right type of song. I think so, if it's the right type of material.
You've read a couple of
But yes, I have. I did, like, in the ghetto, and, I don't know. I wouldn't like to do all that type stuff, you know. Well, in other words, I would like for everything to be a message, because I think that there's still entertainment to be, you know, considered.
Wow, it's crazy. As soon as he was talking about like,
It's still entertainment to be, you know.
it's crazy. As soon as he said I like everything to be a message, they start to cut him off. That's crazy to me. But I'm glad that he was still trying to get that out there. Because now that I think about it, he performed that song that me and Jalen, well, Heavy Sage had reacted to, and that was like in 1968 when he had performed that after Martin Luther King Jr.'s death. And this is 1970. So man, I can see why he said "In the Ghetto," and he probably had a few more other songs where he was trying to get a message across, which I 100% respect of him for doing that. And also, the civil rights law had just been passed, so this is probably like a year after that, I think. So I mean, the world's it's since it just passed, it hasn't taken effect. You know what I mean? It's like it's in the transition phase, but it's not really taking effect yet. But overall, other than that, the interview was great. You know what I mean? Like, I like this interview. It was serious, but Elvis still made his jokes. You know, he had a fun time. Love how they called the dad up there. Like he didn't want to go up there. It was like, man, I'm just sitting here having a good time, just watching my son be the star, and then y'all called for me to go up there. But I think one of the reporters that asked for him, I think they knew each other because I think the dad had said the reporter's name, so they must have knew each other. They probably talked backstage for a little bit right before the interview. You know how people do sometimes. They were just messing with each other. But yeah, I liked it. It was just so lighthearted. It was so fun to look at. These interviews are great, y'all. This is probably one of my favorite things to watch. The music, the interviews, the rehearsal. I mean, everything's good to watch. I mean, I don't think there's ever been any dual content so far looking at them. It would definitely been a start in the social media age. It would have been a big time star, y'all. That was probably would have had about 1 billion followers by now. But anyway, y'all, that's the end of this reaction because it's your boy, KeeSeeY. If you have not yet, please subscribe to my page. Like the video, comment, let me know any other videos you want me to watch, Elvis Presley, or any other videos you want me to react to. Definitely try my best to get to those as soon as possible. Because Poly gang, 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 gang. Yo, we out.